Shalom. There's a common misnomer out there that it's a good idea to pray at graves, to go to kivrei tzaddikim and to offer tefillot. It's a very common practice in Israel. There are bus tours where you can go around and pray at different tzaddikim's graves. I find two problems with this. First of all, where it comes from is you see that one of the first places is Yehoshua, when he was one of the 12 spies, made sure to stop in Hebron, and our rabbis tell us that he stopped at Marat Machpelah, where the Avot were buried, and offered a prayer to God. And that seems to give notion to this idea that we should be praying at graves. The first problem with it is something called Dorei Shal Mesim, which is the prohibition of idolatry of praying to a dead person. We're simply forbidden to pray to a dead person. Now, that doesn't mean praying at graves is completely wrong, because you don't have to pray to the dead person. You could pray to God at the kever of tzaddikim. And many people say that praying to God at the grave of a tzaddik is inspirational. It helps one's prayers. It powers one's prayers. There's a second problem, though, and that is what's called the halacha of loeg l'rosh, that we're not allowed to do mitzvot near a grave. That's why most people make sure, men, when they visit a grave, that wear their tzitzit out, they tuck their tzitzit in, because they're not allowed to show their performance of mitzvot at the grave. The reason for that is because, well, it's complicated, but we shouldn't be at face value mocking the dead, saying we can do mitzvot and they can't. Prayer is a mitzvah. So if you pray at a grave, standing close to the grave, you are performing a mitzvah, which at a grave, which seems to be a violation of this idea of loeg l'rosh, which is why I don't think should pray at graves. Shalom.